Hi everyone, in today's video I'll be going over the Good Teas instructions for the natural dye kit featuring logwood chips and Osage sawdust. So in the kit you will receive your choice of either an adult, youth, or children's t-shirt, which is fair trade certified 100% organic cotton. And in the kit you will receive your instructions along with 10 rubber bands for resist or tie dyeing techniques. And of course you can also just immerse the whole t-shirt into the dye to do a solid color, or even try dip dyeing techniques. And the ingredients include 35 grams of alum acetate, which is a food safe ingredient made of potassium aluminum. And along with that is the 25 grams of galnut, which is formed on the oak trees, which is used for pre-mordanting, and both together, these are used for as the dye fixative before you actually dye the garment. And the ingredients include Osage dust, 15 grams. So this is what turns all of the t-shirts beautiful yellow colors. And 5 grams of the logwood chips, and this turns all the garments into a bluish purple color. And along with the ingredients, you will also need a non-reactive vessel, something where you can control the heat, such as like a stainless steel pot, and have it big enough so that when you put the t-shirt in, the water won't overflow. And of course you'll need something to stir, such as like maybe a wooden spoon or a metal spoon, and along with a face mask and some gloves to protect your hands. And you have enough dye in the kit to dye approximately 2 or 3 t-shirts, depending on how you use the dye. Learning to use natural dyes is like cooking with color, and just like cooking, it takes practice and care. The time it takes to do natural dyeing can be broken into different steps, and it can span from a couple of days or more, depending on the results you want to achieve. It can be slow and time consuming, but the steps do not have to be done all at once. At any point in the process, the pots and fabric can sit and wait. For example, you can pre-wash and add the dye fixative, also called the mordant, one day and dye the next day. Or you can dye one color every other day. Step 1. Pre-wash the t-shirts. So the first part of mordanting would be to fill the vessel almost half full, so that when the t-shirts are in the vessel, the water should not overflow in very hot water. So it shouldn't feel comfortable when you're touching the water, how hot it is, and it should not be boiling. Add the entire content of the galnut. Then you soak the t-shirts for 1 to 2 hours, stirring occasionally. Leave the lid on so that it stays warm. Leaving overnight results in deeper colors. Remove from the bath and rinse very gently. Do not let dry before proceeding to the next step. Fill the same vessel with the fresh hot water. Dissolve the entire packet of alum, and again let the wet t-shirt soak for a couple of hours, stirring occasionally. Cover with the lid to keep warm. Leaving overnight again results in deeper colors. Remove the t-shirts and rinse well. Your t-shirts are now ready to be dyed. If you're not ready to dye, you can let the t-shirts dry and proceed to the next step whenever you're ready. Step 3, dye extraction. The dye colorant always needs to be extracted from the host material, such as the bark, root of the petals, or the leaves. Usually this extraction happens in the dye bath, but sometimes, as with indigo, it is an entirely separate process. Logwood. You pour enough boiling water over the logwood to make a dye bath and soak it overnight. Then you pour off this liquid and use it for the first and strongest dye bath. You can do this a few times, extracting the color out of the logwood and then putting it into another container. When you're ready to simmer the t-shirt, you can do so for about an hour and keeping the temperature between 170 to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Osage sawdust. You soak it in water for a few hours or overnight. Just pour a little bit over water over the Osage sawdust. And then when you're done soaking it, you bring the bath to a simmer and cook for an hour. Then you strain off the dye liquid and use it for the dye pot. When you're ready to add the t-shirts, you can simmer it for another hour. Step 4, prepare your t-shirt. If you like to experiment with patterns, you can use strings or the rubber bands that we've given you, or other tools to bind the t-shirt. If you want to learn more about different techniques, you can always search YouTube for how to shibori or how to tie-dye. Step 5, dyeing. For each color, put the extracted liquid into a pot, and then you add enough water so that the t-shirts can move around freely. Heat the water to a medium high, warm but not so hot that it boils. Add your t-shirts to the water and stir occasionally for 1 hour. After the hour is up, turn off the heat and let your t-shirts cool in the pot. Step 6, rinsing. Once cool, remove and rinse under cool water until it runs clear. Take out any extra rubber bands or any other materials used to resist dye. Light rinse again and dry the t-shirt out of direct sunlight. Once dry, you leave it to rest in a dark place and wash separately for the first couple of washes. And that's it. Share your work with us. Tag us in a video or share photos of your work, process, or complete projects at The Good Tea, #GoodDyeKit, or email us at hello@thegoodtea.com. Thank you.